Shane Van Gisbergen technically lost ground in the standings at Richmond this weekend, but here's the thing, he actually padded his cushion over the cut line. Confused? Yeah, so were we at first? Let's break down exactly how that happened. And hey, real quick, if you are a true NASCAR fan like me, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. NASCAR Nation News is just getting started. We are pushing for our next subscriber milestone, and it's all about real talk from fans who live this sport every week. All right, let's get into it. Shane Van Gisbergen didn't exactly have a dream start to Saturday's Cup Series race at Richmond. He rolled off outside the top 30 in the running order. And when you factor in that Austin Cindric was putting together his best run of the 2026 season, it looked like it could be a long night for the three-time Supercars champion. But here's where it gets interesting. Van Gisbergen actually left Richmond 3 points further up from the cut line than where he started the 400-lap race. Yes, Cindric outran him and pushed SVG down onto the bubble, but SVG still managed to outscore the driver sitting 17th in points, Ryan Preece. You know what made the difference? A strategy gamble from crew chief Stephen Doran. At the start of the final stage, Van Gisbergen stayed out on much older tires and took the wave around. That move put him inside the top 15, and then he waited, hoping for a quick caution. It never came. That left the number 97 off sequence. But after the first round of green flag pit stops, the caution finally did fly. Right as SVG cycled back inside the top 15, still on those older tires. From there, he held that track position for the rest of the night, crossing the line 14th. That actually matches his Richmond finish from a year ago. Preece, meanwhile, finished 17th. Since neither driver scored stage points, that finishing gap is essentially what pushed SVG's buffer over Preece from 47 points up to 50. Van Gisbergen talked about it after the race, saying, "We were better than what we qualified. We were making gains on our number 97 Midi Chevrolet throughout the race, similar to the front half of the top 20, maybe better. And then the strategy put us into the top 15 and gained us a lot, so that was great. The line I used during the truck race seemed to work for us, especially when the tires wore out. I could roll the top and gain quite a few spots. Clean air as well seemed to work." With just 2 races left before the chase reset, it's going to be a tough ask for Preece to close a 50-point gap on SVG. Not impossible, but tough. Those final 2 regular season races take place at New Hampshire Motor Speedway and Daytona International Speedway, and it's worth pointing out, SVG isn't exactly cruising up in 16th either. Cindric is just 7 points ahead of him, and Bubba Wallace sits at plus 20. So here's the question for you. With only 2 races left, do you think Ryan Preece can actually close that 50-point gap on Van Gisbergen before the chase reset? Drop your prediction in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like this video and subscribe to NASCAR Nation News. We'll see you in the next one.